Hey guys, we're gonna get back to music next week, but I thought I would share this experience with you, despite the fact that I'm one of the world's worst vloggers. God, every time I try to vlog something, I feel dead inside. I feel like it's just a reminder, like, hey, this is something you're not very good at, so stick around. All right, so those of you that are out there that have torn your pec or are worried about tearing your pec, or just have a fascination with people that tear their pecs and want to know more about it, this video is for you. Let me give you a little context about me. Ever since I hit my 30s, I've really sort of just yo-yoed back and forth from being in some level of shape and some level out of shape. You go back a few months and I look down and I say, whoa, not cool, man. I decide I want to get back in shape. I put together this 10-week program for myself, and I start documenting it. Any of you guys that follow me on Instagram know about this. So here's a video of me a week in. Basically, I'm just saying that I can't fit into this suit, or I can, but it's not the way my suit is supposed to fit. I'm basically validating the fact that I really needed to start the 10-week program. So that was about a week in. Here's a photo of me the day of the pec tear. Clearly, I made some gains. I was feeling really good about those gains. But that might have been the problem. At least that's what my doctor said. I was seeing a lot of gains very fast. Tearing your pec, from my understanding, it can happen to anyone. You could be doing everything right, and it can still happen to you. However, that being said, I probably could have prevented my injury because I knew that I was going to be injured. I was getting obsessed with lifting heavy, particularly because I started a competition with my buddy where we said the first person to 315, 3 plates on bench, gets to design a shirt that the other person has to wear to the gym until they can also bench 315. So there was a lot of incentive for me to get stronger in terms of bench. I started focusing on that. I increased my frequency, barely getting 250 up, and then all of a sudden, within a couple weeks, I was repping 255. So that was pretty monstrous in terms of gains. Again, that might have something to do with the pec tear. I was very fatigued. I remember saying all week, I know I'm gonna get injured. In fact, the day of, I told my buddy Trevor, I said, I cannot lift heavy today because if I do, I'll probably get injured. I could feel it. There was nothing wrong, there was no pain. I just felt fatigued. I just felt this weird muscle fatigue. God, what an idiot. What an idiot I am. But it happened. So on the third rep up, I was repping, I think at that moment I was repping 245. On the third rep up, it feels like Velcro just is being yanked from my arm to my pec, or from my pec to my arm. Just this Velcro ripping, just it's what it felt like. And the bar drops, luckily it was there to get it up off of me. Like I said, it wasn't a full tear, it was a partial tear, so I didn't need surgery. But I did have to go into physical therapy for a few weeks. So I'm doing the bike thing, I'm getting some massages and whatnot, and I'm just sort of stretching it out. That's it. I'm just sort of slowly trying to get mobility back. I'd say 4 or 5 weeks from the tears when I finally was able to have full mobility of my arm. And that was also right around when I started testing it with just very, 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 very light weights. It's not until now that I can actually do some push-ups. So that's where we are. I was really disheartened by the injury that I didn't have the fervor, I didn't have the excitement to work out in May. So instead I ate a lot of good food and didn't exercise. And so that's where we are now. And that's why we're doing Jacked June. So now that I'm 6 to 8 weeks out, hey Goose. So now that I'm 6 to 8 weeks out, I'm actually able to do most of my exercises. The only thing I can't really do is lift heavy bench. I think I'm pretty much good on everything else. And since I can't really put on a lot of size right now, I've decided I'm just gonna get shredded. So forget Troy, Brad Pitt. I'm gonna go back to Fight Club Brad Pitt. That's what we're gonna be aiming for. So if that is intriguing to you at all, then you gotta follow me on Instagram, because that's where we're gonna be documenting all the things that we do. And you're gonna be a part of this too, because we're gonna switch our walks into runs. I said the W word. She didn't even notice. That's really it. I'm here to tell you, if you tore your pec, it's not the end of the world. Probably not gonna be lifting heavy for 6 months to a year. 8 weeks out, and you're basically back to being an active human being. So that's nice. If you need some inspiration or you just want to be a part of this, go to my Instagram stories. Just check me out on Instagram and follow me on my Instagram stories, because that's where I'm going to be documenting most of this. We're going to shred up Jack's June, and then we're all going to post a photo of us in a American flag Speedo for 4th of July. Okay? No, none of us are doing that. Don't do that. Or, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to actually do that. Are you going to do that? No, she's not going to do that. All right, you guys. So I'll see you back here Tuesdays at 10 next week. Music, probably the song that I wrote based on Megan's brain thoughts. So be there or be square, as they say. That was dumb. See, I can't vlog.
Chester knows!